We have the Plus Edition one-stop all-in-one Champion Q's tip repair and replacement kit. We're going to bust this open. And guys, I will strongly recommend, if you have never done this and this is your first time ever doing it, please follow the instructions, read the instructions. Very simple, very easy. But me, I'm going to wing it for you guys, and we're going to install a tip on this right here. We got the Champion Pro shaft, and we're going to be replacing and chopping off this tip and replacing it with a bulletproof recoil red medium. So with everything out of the packaging, you can see that we have quite the array of items here. We have a brush to clean our material. We have masking tape to put on the ferrule to protect the ferrule from glue and scratches and so on. We have 401 instant adhesive quality super glue. We have some additional parts, and this is very important right here, and we'll get to that. This has to do with the glue. And of course, we have the kit itself. It is really nice, very well designed, and it's literally got everything you could possibly need to install a new tip and also maintain and repair your tip. So without further ado, guys, let's get into this, and let me show you how to do this. So obviously, the first thing that we need to do is remove the tip that is already installed on here. It's a really nice tip, but we're going to chop it off anyways. Let's do this. So here in your tip repair kit, you're going to find this section right here, and it has a little gasket, and you're going to pull this gasket out very carefully because it is got a razor blade right here that is very, very sharp, guys. So please be safe and be careful. And so as you can see, there is a groove right here that matches to the way that the tip is going to go, and you want to just have that perfectly aligned. And we're just going to put it right here on the table, nice and flush. Make sure that it's aligned, and we're just going to apply pressure. Oh, there we go. And just rotate it. Voila. Our tip is off. And of course, I'm going to show you how to clean this up and make it look all nice. And right here, you can see our tip is kind of stuck in there. Grab a pair of scissors. Remember, this blade is very sharp. And there you have it. Let's move on. Install your safety gasket back into the cutter. That way, you know, that is not gonna cut your finger or anything like that. And we're gonna look right here in the top section. And if you look right here, this is what we're gonna use to clean this up real quick. And as you can see, it does not fit. So this section right here, there's a little gasket gap right here that you can pull out. And if you have a smaller diameter shaft, like an 1175 or smaller, or 12 millimeter or smaller, then you can use this as a guide to put your shaft in there. But since we have a bigger shaft, we're going to take this portion out, and we're going to stick it right in here. And right here is a razor blade that is connected, and we're just going to rotate this like so until we get it nice and clean and get all that added residue from the existing tip off. So when you are done, you want to grab your brush and just kind of brush that out, make it nice and clean. Give it a good blow. And obviously you can see we'll have quite the mess on your table, but when you are done and finished, your ferrule should be looking nice and clean and ready to move on to the next step of installing a new tip. So let's do this. So in your repair kit, you're going to find this right here. This is going to be your masking tape, which you're going to take just about this much, and this is where you grab your scissors, and you're just going to cut a piece like so. Move that to the side, scissors to the side. And this is what we're going to use to protect the ferrule from any scratches, glue damage or anything of this sort. And you just want to make sure that is nicely aligned. And we're just gonna rotate that just like so until it is nicely on there, and we are ready to move on. So when you're done applying the masking tape, you should have a nice, perfect rotation and protection around the ferrule and just plenty of space to work with on the flat surface of the ferrule right here where we're going to install the tip. So let's do that. So you want to grab your tip of choice, and today we're going to be using So you want to grab your tip of choice, and today we are going to be installing a full synthetic polymer resin bulletproof medium playing tip. This is a very interesting tip, as the install for this tip is so freaking easy. It doesn't require much of anything at all. I can literally just glue this on here and we're good to go. But to just give it a little extra hold, it's not necessary, but just for the purposes of this review and showing you how this product works, right here you're going to find this little rough area right here, and you're going to take your tip and just kind of rough it up just a little bit so it will hold glue a little bit better. Look at that, a little bit roughed up. Very nice. But like I said, with this tip, it's not necessary, but we're going to do it anyways. So guys, earlier I was telling you about this little packet right here that has some additional replacement stuff, and this little orange gasket right here, the cap. And what we're going to be using this for is to puncture a hole in the super glue, because the super glue currently has no opening. So you're going to stick that right in there like so until you feel it press down, and give it just a tiny bit of a twist to pull it out. And just like that, we are ready, and let's glue our tip on. Let's do this. Alright guys, so now we have our tip, we have our ferrule, shaft, and glue. And we're just going to put a small little drop right in the center. Just like so. And after that, you're going to grab your tip and you're just going to center it. If it's not centered, you can move it around. Do keep in mind the glue does dry quite fast. There we go. And when you have it centered to your liking, you're just going to apply pressure. You get a little bit of glue on your hands, don't worry. And we're going to let this dry for about 5 minutes. Grab a paper towel and wipe off any excess glue that you may have. If you got glue on the tip itself, don't worry. We are going to shape that and cut that all out. We'll be back. So in this portion of your toolkit, you're going to see that there is a razor blade right here that we've already used to trim and clean the top of the ferrule. And there is a huge opening right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply right here. You want to make sure that it's nicely centered. And we're going to trim this down until it is nice and flush. When your tip is nice and flush with the ferrule, you want to first of all clean up your tool. You want to grab your brush and brush off any excess, whatever's left, tape that we applied earlier. After removing your masking tape, you should see that the ferrule and the tip are nice and flush. If it's not 100% perfect, I mean, like, nobody's perfect unless you're a professional and you have a ladle. But I mean, like, check that out. That is pretty damn good for my very first install so far. I like that. So in the tool section that you got in your one-stop Q-tip repair shaper and tip repair, you are going to be looking for this section right here, and this is going to be useful later. I'll show you about that. And here we have a scuffer. It's a little bit on the smoother side. It's more for shaping the tip. And here we have a stainless steel, very, very rough scuffer. And this is what we're going to use to scuff up this top surface. So let's flip this. And just like so, like this, in a rotational method. Everybody has their own way. You can do it like this, but me personally, I prefer to do it like so. And you're just going to keep rotating this until you get that surface all nice and smooth with a little bit round rotation. So keep doing that and we will be back. So guys, as you can see here, after a while, we have a nice little shape going on here and a nice roughed up surface, but man, we could really shape this up a little bit more. So we're gonna flip that and we're gonna grab our tip repair kit, and right here we have a tip tool and we're gonna stick it right in here, and this is going to give us that really, really nice roundness. You're gonna rotate it like so, apply pressure depending on the hardness of your tip. This, like I said, this is a medium tip, so applying a little bit more pressure. And you can see that it's starting to build up and starting to get all nice and shapy. Look at that. Just a tad bit more there. And you can keep going and going until you find the shape and the radius of your tip that you like. And me personally, I like a dime radius. So that right about here, that is a really nice looking dime radius. We're going to clean this up real quick, and that's where this comes in. This is going to be our little shaper part right here, which it comes off. If you want to take it off, easier. And you have a little section right here, that little hole, and that snaps on there like so. And when that snaps on there in place, you're gonna just slide it through there, and oh, there we go. There we go. You can just see how it easily rotates and shapes and gives you that perfect diameter that you desire. Look at that. That is so cool. All right, let's do this. And just like that, guys, we have a very nice dime radius shape, which I'm very happy with. And last but not least, you're going to grab your tip tool, and on the very end here, you're going to find a tip pick. And the tip pick right here is going to help hold extra chalk, or hold chalk better. So you want to apply pressure. Don't stab it. Apply pressure in a nice rotating motion until you reach the center of the tip, like so. And just like that, that is very nice. So guys, all in all, I mean, like, installing my first tip, I gotta say, I am pleasantly surprised, and I am pretty damn proud of myself. If I can do it, anybody can do it, guys. And so how about we chalk this thing up and take it out into the real world and see how it plays. Let's do this. So this is the tip that we just installed, and we're gonna chalk it up. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. We got a 9-ball rack. Let's see how it plays.